Lee Brice knows how to make an entrance, everybody. And he has. Welcome, man. Welcome.
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Your vibe is right on for what this festival has been so far.
Well, I'm home. I mean, like, this is like, if I'm going to be in a big city, is this one. I've always loved it. Truly, I have.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Sarah about it. She's never been here, my wife, and I've told her forever, you know, it's happenstance of how I even came here in the first place and fell in love with it. But I loved it always, and so I was telling Sarah, we could just take a vacation and come up for a couple of days so she could see it and, experience it. But so we love coming here. It feels like home. It really does.
But she hasn't been here yet.
No, I've never been
Which
here.
I guess we should rephrase that as you haven't brought her here.
Yeah, I guess so. I do. I work
Not
a
to
lot.
throw you under the bus.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, babe.
You're in trouble. No, I love that, one, you're here for Smokeout because it is the best 4 days
It's
in
awesome.
country music here. And having such a connection with the city,
man.
you understand what being in front of the United Center with this in this parking lot with this vibe is all about here in Chicago. So I know the energy is going to be right for you.
It is. I mean, it is even just been today, just coming and being around.
Where were you right before this?
I was on my bus.
Okay.
And, right before this. Let's see, where were we yesterday?
See? Not memorable.
No.
Like, I'm just tomorrow you're not going to go, where was I yesterday?
No, it will not.
Right.
I promise you.
Exactly. So, but what you have been doing though, and earlier in the year you did that Me and My Guitars.
Yes.
So
yes.
when I was watching that, one, I was jealous because I didn't get to see it. But explain it to me. So what I did see was like you and 20 guitars and what?
Man, it was
it's so cool.
I always, I've always loved myself just playing music just with a guitar, like, and to people, and so I was like, I should do this like as an actual show. But then I was like, I don't want to just get up there with a guitar and like people think, oh, we're going to go see a little version of a Lee show. I wanted to make it something special, and so we thought about it, and so it was like 3 stations, and there's multiple guitars all around, and they're different guitars for different reasons. I mean, and I just kind of went through the story of my life for 2.5 hours every night, and it was so rejuvenating to me. I mean, it was so special. I mean, I'm going to do it forever. I mean, we only did, I think, 16 total shows, so there's plenty of places that haven't seen it, and so I'm gonna definitely do it again next year, and if not, a little bit all through the year, but for sure another full tour. And it was just, I'm having conversations with people in the audience, like, throughout, and so it's just a different thing.
So much more now from artists, especially like you've been around and you've done everything. You've done the biggest, the smallest, right? You've done it all. And we're seeing that more and more, that there's a love to kind of get back to, let's strip it back down to where we started, what we're doing, and you saw it, and even earlier in the week, Keith Urban was here and he did it in Carol's Pub with 175 people, where they made up a song on the spot because they didn't remember the words to their song, and they traded instruments because, like, hey, it's just us doing this. So what do you think it is? Because you're also experimenting with different sounds and stuff too. And what do you think it is about music? Maybe the industry, maybe it's the people too, that are consuming the music. What do you think it is about them that has kind of a lot of people in the same space of going, let's do some different sounds and not be worried about anything?
I just feel like for so long it was like, you have to do this if it's country, or you have to do this if it's rock and roll, and it's just music to me. Even when I was a kid, music is music, and obviously there are genres and there's things, but there was just, in Nashville especially, it was just very like, no, you can't play that on you can't play a dulcimer on a country record or whatever, and it just, I feel like now people just want to hear real. That's the number one thing. And so if what your real is to go try some cool new stuff, then that's what they want to see. I feel like honesty and just real is what the consumers have always wanted, but they definitely want it now because there is so much fake out there.
Who do you think wants that more now, the consumers or the artists?
I don't know, but I think it probably started with a couple artists that said, the heck with it, and I've always tried to really walk a line to where I can push the limits. It probably started there, and I think that when a little of that success started to happen, people started hearing that honesty coming out, and then they were like, I like that, and then I want more of that. And so maybe it just kind of, I think they both want it. We all want it. I think maybe it just kind of started with some people stepping out a little bit.
Yeah. What I like is that you have, I think, a healthy perspective on the word real, right? Because the first thing you said was, it's real for me or for that person.
Right.
And so real is different for every single person. Because there's a lot of people that will step out of the box and people will go, that's not real. Right. Define real for me, sir.
And you know what? Somebody might just only want a steel guitar and an acoustic guitar and make it, country music like it used to be only or whatever. But that's their real. That's what they want to do. Do what you want to do, period. And don't let anybody else tell you what you can and can't do. Is when it comes to music, it's art. It's not math. It's like there are no rules. And
love that.
And so don't play by them.
I love that. Also, something real, and I would say real freaking fun, is drinking buddies. I mean, like what a freaking vibe. And I mean, especially, I'm assuming you're gonna play this tonight.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I am. I'm just now trying to get to know it really well because I'm doing Nate's part and Haley's part, which is a little backwards, by the way. I had to figure that one out. Are you gonna? Okay.
Yeah, we have people volunteering for spot. Well, also two voices that are. They're. How do you go? I'm gonna try and do that.
Yeah, it's. I just kind of have to sing the song. It's nice to be able to have them on it. And obviously, if we're ever at the same spot at the same
Nate
time,
will be here in 36 hours
God.
too.
We just missed each other in South Carolina too.
Yeah,
so.
It sounds like you need better communication.
We do need to get him. He's just getting going. And so he's got that stage of like just.
Do you remember the first time you were exposed to either of them?
Well, it was actually just through the radio and then so the very first time we actually met was when we went to go shoot just some content and to get to know each other. We had already sang the song.
So you already recorded it separately. You did your part separately, right?
And so we were going to meet, hang out, get some content, right? Get some content. Yeah. And it turned into the full music video because we just all had so much fun. It was like
So the hangout turned into the music video.
It turned completely because it was like we had known each other forever. Like Nate's like my little brother. Like I'm like, yo. He's like, oh, I'm like, dude, if I had like another little brother, you'd be him, And Haley is just cool and laid back and so talented and like I don't know. It truly was. I think you could tell that in any type of thing, music or video, you could tell if they were acting or if it's truly just having fun. And man, we just had so much fun. I was like, dude, this is what the video should just be.
Haley's one of those too. And a lot of the female artists are really crushing it, bringing back some of those 90s country vibes and that voice. Man. And like for me, especially for you, it's been around for so long and you've seen music evolve. You've been a part of so many different changes and even responsible for some of the different sounds that come through. Working with somebody that's so young and new, fresh with like Haley with an old had to be something nostalgic for you.
Yeah, it was really actually. We're both of them. It was like I looked at her and Nate, and I was thinking, Nate, you remind me of me 20 years ago. When I was 17 years ago when I was coming out on the road for the first time. He's just full of energy and like full of like he's so happy.
Did you have any advice for him as you're like kind of looking at your younger self, right?
Well, we talked a little bit, but I'll always just try to keep it. Just don't get off the rails. You know what I mean? Have fun, but just don't get off the rails. And he ain't. He's doing great, and he's a great guy too. So
it's got to be cool. Yeah, he's a
it was
good
cool.
friend of the station.
You're right.
Too.
It was looking at them. I was like, going, man, this is me. When I started, and their success. We recorded the song before Nate had his number one. And so it was like
you gotta love that.
Pretty good,
yeah. It's like when Cole Swindell, originally got late, right?
That's right.
Well, I think it's cool because he has somebody like you that he can shoot a text to if he needs to, which is invaluable. And finally, the album, is it done? Is it recorded? You were talking about 2025.
So we're
halfway through 2024.
I'm gonna be turning it in. All my stuff that I've done, I play and I'll produce and sing and do all the things, and it's kind of in mixed land right now. So it's gonna get mixed, and we'll approve all that stuff. So it'll be done here in the next month or two, and then, talking about late January, February coming out.
Do you have a song that you think is going to be the single off that. Is Drinking Buddies on the album?
Oh yeah.
Is it part of the album?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if
it's
it's
the first single off the album.
Okay.
And we're putting some Grat tracks out, over the next, 6 months.
Is there one you're excited about?
There's one that I feel like it's the next single. It's kind of like a.
Can you say the name?
Be honest with you, it's like a '50s doo-wop almost.
Fun.
But it is so good. It's called Cry, and it is. I cannot wait for the world to hear
I could see it in your eyes.
Jared Neiman and I are producing together. We sang the whole second verse, and there is no instruments in it. We did everything. We sang it with our bass and guitars with all our mouths, and so it's just.
You went like rockapella, Where the World is Carmen, San Diego on it.
I gotta send it to y'all so you can hear it. You gotta hear it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
We got a pretty good rough of it right now, so I'll send it to you.
That's fantastic. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you're putting out another album, and it sounds like it's gonna be a little bit different, a little bit new.
Oh, yeah.
and
We're
all
definitely
of that.
pushing the boundaries like we talked about. I'm just I'm at a point now with Curb lets me do what I want to do, and they trust me with it, and so.
Are you playing any new songs tonight? Before I get you out of here to the stage.
Our set is a little short. I was going to play the next Grat track that's coming out, Summer of Us, kind of about my buddy who passed away. But it's a fun song, but, kind of looking back, nostalgic thing. But I don't know if we'll have time to get in it tonight. But
do you need us to talk to somebody? Extend the set. Do it. We could see if Parker can loan you a couple minutes or something. I don't
know. We'll get enough of it.
Cool.
In fact, it's coming soon. Actually, when is it coming? The Grat track. Like it's like in a week or two. Yeah. It's.
We're getting a track.
So, yeah.
I'm in.
So you'll have it.
Lee Brice, Windy City Smokeout.
See you.
Welcome home.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
call it home for you.
That worked.